Howdy, Matthew Pizgatti here. This shouldn't be a very exciting or a very long video, just giving a personal update as to where I have landed so far on this passive income journey dealing with crypto, the DeFi space specifically. Thought I'd start with my drip faucet because it is low in value. I am one of the very small fries, started off with just one drip. Now, when I deposited that, it was actually less than that. It was point 0.9 something. I have hydrated, rehydrated, compounded since then because I didn't like it being that low. And I think I compounded one more time after that just because. Now, the gas fees on rehydrating makes me pause. That's why I'm not compounding as often as I am on the garden. The garden recompound seems to be much cheaper. So that one I'm doing, almost every plant or every two plants. This one I wait for it to get closer to like $5, which at the current price of drip, that's around 4 to 5 days. And then I might hydrate it in. If the gas prices were a little lower, I was hydrating more often, or if I had more drip already deposited, then my available would outpace the gas enough, and I'd probably be hydrating more often, which in turn has a compounding effect and would get me to a better spot of payouts quicker. Now, I do see that the max payout is increasing as I would expect. As you compound into your deposit, this will increase because you can get 1% daily return up to 365%. Now, that is 365% of your drip value will become your max payout of your deposit, I should say. So we're not worrying too much about the US dollar amount, and I'm really not in general either. I see that the amount has dropped from where it was, although it depends on what you mean as far as where it was. It was closer to 15, 20 way back when it started, jumped up quite a bit. It was about 120 when I got in, so it has fallen since then. This is pretty horizontal for the most part, but drip token was higher conversion to US dollar when I jumped in. But like I say, I'm not too worried about it because this 1% is on the amount of drip you've deposited. That's the 1% you're getting back. And so that's not really a factor for me, being such a small fish at the beginning here, until I get further in and want to start claiming. So again, I should still be able to outpace the fall, and maybe if it drops to like 50 cents or something, I'll have something to say about it when it comes around to that time. But at the moment, I'm happy with it. I'm not worried. Not financial advice. Obviously, if you're in and the price worries you, jump out. But I don't worry about where it's at right now. I'm just going to keep compounding and keep chugging along. Don't invest more than you're willing to lose, as always. And I still think this is going to continue on. I think it's dropping quite a bit, or no, I shouldn't say quite a bit. It lost $20 in value, and it was lower than that. But as I've said in other videos, and as others have said, there's been more funds thrown into the farm. The farm really didn't do as well immediately as people might have thought it would. And so there's might be quite a bit of funds in the farm that those individuals are unwilling to harvest. They don't really want to do that yet and pay the fee to do so and break apart their tokens and all of that. They might be waiting for it to come back up, and they may think that it will when the piggy bank launches next Tuesday or a week or two after that, and it's possible it will. So there may be some funds trapped over there. They don't feel like putting them back in the faucet and breaking them up and losing. That it's only a loss if you actually cash that in. Then you're at a loss. But right now it could go back up on pigs and dogs. I think dogs will go up and pigs with the piggy bank launching. So we'll see. But that's where some of that drop is probably coming from, if I had to guess. Or they are buying pigs. They're stocking up on those for not only the farm but for piggy bank when it comes out. So I'm not too worried about this right now. I just check in every 4 or 5 days, and then I might compound that. So looking at where I'm at with the garden, I'm up to about 83 plants, which is pretty cool. This is about 14, 15 a day at this current rate of the LP, which is about 539 per 2.592 million seeds. So about 15. Maybe I'll go back up to like 16 a day if this raises. Now that is good to note that even with those time multipliers and increasing buying power for new capital coming in, the price per plant can actually fluctuate up and down. It's not only down. It was 620 something when I came in. I saw it down to like 580, 550. I saw it go back up to 590 or so. Now it's back down to 540, around about there. So that can and will happen with this contract balance rapidly increasing. I'm guessing it will trend downward for a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't outpace our compounding. I don't want to like oversell this and say 100% that it won't or that it will. It's obviously my hope that we'll outpace it and keep making more every day with the compounding. But this is also dependent on drip. Remember, this is an LP token that's drip slash BUSD. So as drip is dropping, or if drip does drop further, you'll see that value drop. I mean, your daily US dollar amount, your daily LP, what the LP is worth, will drop. So I think that's normal with drip falling, and not only based on that time multiplier, the fertilizer bonuses and such for new capital. So that's again why I'm not too worried about it, because I'm pretty bullish on drip. I think that'll come back up. It may fall a bit further first, but I think with this whole ecosystem going the way it is, as long as that keeps clicking along, and Forex is going to ramp up marketing. I know after he gets this project launched, they're just finishing up all the testing, doing a lot of development there from the updates I've heard. So that's exciting. Hopefully that all comes back up. Again, all I know is I didn't put in this much worth. I may have put in maybe 150, 160 or 70. I can't recall. And that was buying in at plants that were 620 or 580 or 570 whenever I bought in. But I still have assets in the garden that are worth more than what I threw in. And this is still climbing every day, even with this dropping. So as far as I can tell, my strategy here in the garden is still working. It's still on track. As long as my daily increases with this compounding, and as long as that's outpacing any type of decline in value, and with the time frame I'm looking at, which is maybe another 100 days, 150 days. We'll see how quick we get there to where I can take that couple hundred out on the weekend or something, and then of course keep compounding from there during the week. It looks like it's on track to me. So I'm not too worried about that. I'd say, obviously not financial advice, do what you want. I would say if you're already in here and you already have it invested, you can't get that initial back, and it's only going to hurt your rate of withdrawal if you start claiming every single day. So, I mean, it seems to me the only strategy is to keep compounding, even if you were worried about that price or weren't sure if drip was going to come back up. You don't have to put any more money in, but just keep compounding and outpace that loss. And then I would not harvest while the rate is dropping or where it looks like it's in a decline. I would wait until drip is back on the rise, when drip is higher, if and when that happens. So I would compound on the way down, and then harvest, claim some on the way back up, and then hopefully if it kind of levels out, you'd compound during the week like we discussed. Or if you have a whole number of plants, you might do that other strategy I've mentioned where you claim. Maybe you're doing 4 a day, so maybe you claim at the beginning of the day, and then you compound the other 3 times the day, and that way your ratio still stays high. But I'm happy with where this is going. I was just at 2 point something the other day. I'm at 2.7 now a day, plants that are being generated and climbing. So I'm happy with it, and I'll keep compounding and keep updating. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, Y'all have a great night, and I will throw my referral links as always if you're deciding to hop into the garden and you're not there yet. Do not use my referral link for drip still at this point. I mean, you can be a referral if you want and get on my team early, but I don't have enough that I'm airdropping to anybody, and I don't actually get any rewards because I don't hold that B-Reap token. So there's probably a lot of people that may actually be airdropping regularly and would be a better team to be on. But as far as garden or the animal farm, sure, if you want to hop in, I get some extra seeds, and it helps us along. And then if you do have friends, family that you're trying to get jumped in, if they use your referral link, it does seem to boost your seed value. You might end up with 5 plants or 10 plants instead of the one you were just about to compound, and that's always a nice surprise. Just gets you there quicker. I've said I don't think referrals are required for these whole processes, any of these protocols, but it doesn't hurt, and it gets you where you're trying to go faster. And then in turn you can share the love with whoever once you get there, and once you're at a more comfortable place with your income. So that's my thoughts on all of that. And again, have a good night or evening whenever you're watching this, and thanks for watching.